gotta be an idiot to bet on that parlay.
It's DTF or bust.
Put it on my Mama Sports tomorrow.
Oh, Corgy, you bad, bad man. I'm glad you guys could make it. Um, Obviously we're gonna be missing BP today, but we'll get the show on the road and we'll get this knocked out in a timely manner and we'll have some fun. On today's episode of Hold My Bev, we are missing the man in charge, Mr. BP, but I do have Corgi and the lad with me today. We got some games to talk about. We got some standings of picks to talk about. This race is getting down to the wire. We are within inches of records. Jason, you want to present what you talked about over the group chat again with your idea?
I think if it comes down, if first and second and third and fourth come down to like one game between each other, we got to do like a roll of a dice or a flip of a coin on like what game we're picking. And then you have to take either side. Like it can't be, or we could just negotiate it out. And we got to pick either side. We have to be on that game. So it can't be some bullshit like, oh, we both went 3-0, but you just still beat me. Like that's a load of shit, in my opinion. What do you think about that, Cord?
It's a lot of horse shit.
So you're saying if Brandon goes all season in the first place and it comes down to Brandon and me within a game, I have a chance to beat him based off of dumb luck.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you're taking me out of the equation here. It could easily be me and Corgi for number one and number two. A lot of people are saying it.
You guys have a long way to climb out of the basement.
Just
I'm
takes a
upstairs
couple.
in the living room pantry. This guy's in the fucking cellar.
I'm telling you, I am fucking knocking on the door each and every week is a 3-0 week.
Oh.
I
How many
mean,
more weeks do we have, Brandon or Dylan?
we got 5 more weeks.
So if I go 15-0, I win the whole fucking thing.
I mean, if you could go 3-0, that'd be wonderful, but it's tough. I think the toughest part is picking the dogs. I know.
All right.
I know you've got your Justin Jefferson Blues and you've had
Well,
some Anthony
so he
Richardson
can't go
Blues.
3-0. Like, he's not going to hit that every week.
Watch me.
I watched those 4 weeks. You're 1 for 4.
If you got the big balls and you're talking this shit about Justin Jefferson, why don't you take the under every week then?
I'm not touching that.
Then what are you talking shit for?
I got other props that'll be more profitable for our listeners.
Well, before we get into those props, let's go over the records. So in last place, we move from Jason to Jason. He had a 1-2 record this week, now putting him at 11, 24, and 1. Corgi rings out at third place. Somehow, after going 0-3 this week, he's now at 12 and 24. And then Brandon and I are in a neck and neck race for first place. I had a 2-1. I'm sorry, I had a 1-2 week as well.
Yep.
I'm now at 19 and 17. Brandon coming out with a 1-2 week as well. We tied, but he still has that push over me. So he is 19, 16, and 1. It is very tight. I mean, you guys both have 24 losses. Brandon and I both have 19 wins. It's very, very tight. We're getting down to the wire, though. 5 more weeks to determine who is the master bettor. Not
Who's
the master
playing
baiter.
for the play-in tournament?
The play-in game for the play-in tournament. Yep.
Oh, did you guys have an episode already this week? I'm sorry, I didn't see.
We recorded it this morning because I went to the Cavs game last night.
I saw that.
It was a play-in for the NBA Cup.
I got a question.
Yes.
So did you guys talk about the Browns game?
Yes.
Did you talk about how it was the play-in for the hunt conversation?
For what? Hunt for what?
If we would have won, we would have been in the hunt.
No.
We would've.
So it was a play-in. It was a winner go home, and we went home. We're no longer in the hunt
Yeah.
officially.
No, but we
Not
did
the
say
captain.
that the Broncos look like the real deal. I mean, Bo Nix and company are pretty scary looking.
Yeah.
They should have lost that game by 21 points.
I don't know, buddy.
A lot of people are saying it.
The masses.
Well, I don't know. I don't think the Browns should even be in conversation about being in the hunt. So
Yeah, well,
They're not going to be they're not going to be the first pick of the NFL draft. We can guarantee that.
I don't want that pressure though, because I don't want Shador. I don't want Cam Ward.
I don't want any of those head cases exactly. I don't
No,
want any prima donnas. I don't want. We did the Johnny Manziel experience. You know.
Yeah. I think Shador is the equivalent to Lonzo Ball coming into the NBA.
Imagine Deion Sanders sideline every
Nah.
Sunday.
You're getting so much baggage. I don't want that.
we'd have to hire him as head coach. That's comes as a package deal. A lot of people are saying it.
The Browns would be dumb enough to do that, by the way.
I'm just not interested. Give me a lineman, and then we'll go for Arch Manning next year. Give me 10 years. 10 years of a Manning would be great.
Yeah.
I think you at least get one Super Bowl out of that.
He'd be a bust. He'd be a bust if he was a Cleveland Brown. Send him somewhere else.
Then he'd win 2 Super Bowls just like Eli or Peyton. God, we suck.
Yep. So let's move on from us because I can't take it. Corgy, how you feeling about fantasy? You see who's in first place again?
I saw that, yeah.
For not for long though, because I have the week 14 Blues.
Yeah, I know.
I have like 6 people out of my roster.
I was thinking of my mathematically, do I get into the play-in tournament, not the toilet bowl?
Yeah,
I'm almost there. I don't know mathematically what I have to do, but I've pieced together some wins. Let's just say that with my abysmal record, because last time we talked, I had 3 wins. Now I'm at 6 or 5. So I'm right at the cusp.
I had a monster week this week, putting up like 178 points or something.
You were in first. Somebody was in second. I was in third. I had 158 points, and I was like, yeah, I needed to make a statement.
Everybody went off. I mean, I even had people on my bench that were doing big numbers, like Njoku with 2 touchdowns on my bench, and Jonnu Smith still playing better than him.
How? I don't know why.
Yeah, but he's become wide receiver 1 in Miami. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a clear sign to me that Tyreek's on his way out, but we can get into that later. But so let's get into week 14. Got some big bets coming this week. I definitely am looking forward to Thursday night's game as the Detroit Lions are hosting the Green Bay Packers. Got an NFC North matchup. It's going to be a good one. A lot of people are saying it. The Lions are favored by 3 points, and that's it. How do we feel about that?
This should have been the Thursday Thanksgiving noon game, but I still would have been drinking either way. So yeah, but anyways, these Lions, they're done. They're done.
You think?
Really?
The Packers are for real, man, and this
I think they're both for real. I think the cream will rise to the top.
This bullshit, throwing the ball backwards and going back and forth and doing all this bullshit. It ain't gonna.
You think they're playing too cute?
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen this week.
Too artsy fartsy for your liking. Understandable.
Give me the Packers.
All right, I'm gonna take the over 51.5.
Oh, definitely. I think that might be halfway. That it might be 30 plus by halftime.
I think that the primetime games that we've got this year are so much better than last year's. Jason was big on the unders last year.
Overs are killing it this year.
Yeah, Roger Goodell listened to this show and he hates me and said, "Stop betting on the unders." And he said, "I'm going to give you some good games."
Yeah. Well, shit, the matchups last year were dog shit.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought that the Browns Broncos could have been flexed out of Monday night.
Oh yeah, that could easily be switched.
I had a buddy that was going to the game, and he was concerned that it would get moved. It would get moved to Sunday, and then he would miss his flight or whatever. But turns out that was probably one of the highest scoring games of the season. They had what was it,
78 points?
Yeah, it was like
41 to 32, so 74 points, yeah.
Yeah, that's a high-scoring game for the NFL. I mean, the Dolphins did it by themselves last year against the Broncos, but Yeah, give me the over 51.5. This is gonna be a fun game. I can't wait.
I like the Lions. I'm gonna ride with them. I think the 1-2 punch. I do like the Packers defense, but like I said, the tandem of Sonic and Knuckles, I think that's gonna be pretty tough to beat. Just looking at their numbers, they're a touchdown apart. Their rushing yards are almost identical. So to have two running backs on one team have that big of production, it's disgusting. You have
Mhm.
one with 173 yards, almost 1,000, or excuse me, 163 attempts to almost 1,000 yards with Gibbs, 10 TDs. Montgomery's 166 for 720 and 11 touchdowns. So that production. Plus, you have all those offensive weapons with Laporta. He's turning it on.
Yep.
Plus, you have all those scat backs that are at wide receiver. I think sky's the limit. I think the Lions cover that, and I do like the over 51 or whatever you said, 50. So I'll take
51.5. Yep.
I'll take that. Yep.
Cool. Moving to the Sunday slate, we have the Eagles hosting the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are on a legendary run right now with Bryce Young. They are coming in as 12-point underdogs. I think that they cover. They might lose, but 12 points seems to be a lot for the Panthers nowadays.
Oh, for sure. I think any double-digit score this late in the season, we're not to playoff benching yet. You have a couple
Mhm.
more weeks for that. So if it was a couple more weeks, it'd be like, oh yeah, this is a lock. But I have the Eagles defense. I think they're gonna make some havoc for Bryce Young. I think it'll be a competitive game. It's crazy. The last time these guys played was October of 2021. So it's been 3 years. So
Wow. Which was two totally different teams.
two totally different teams, and the score Eagles 21-18.
Okay. That's good for
That's
what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, exactly. But you have the number one defense versus the number 30th ranked defense. 28th in passing to 29 in passing, but the rushing. Saquon, what are you doing, GM, for the fucking Giants? You should be shot, fired, drawn and quartered. They're number 2 to number 24, and their
Careful.
offensive is number 5 to their 31. So,
Careful. There's a lot of people being shot in New York right now.
yeah.
Not
More
so
than
fast.
Chicago.
Eagles are absolutely rolling right now. They're going to cover this thing by probably 24 points.
24. So you're going to take an alternative money line at 20?
I don't bet that bullshit, all right? There's only a couple things I know. That's the Rams money line, and that's Justin Jefferson over whatever the fuck is passing.
I will say for the Thanksgiving game, we all kind of took the bait and did the alternative money line, and the Lions got fucked. So I would agree with you. I wouldn't take the alternative money line. 12 is going to be hard to cover. I think the Eagles cover by at least 7.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not saying they cover 24, but I think they win by 24, but I'm not going to bet that. You know what I mean? You get where I'm going with that one.
I get what you're picking up and laying down.
All right, let's keep it rolling then.
Tampa Bay hosting the Vegas Raiders. Buccaneers are favored by 6.5 points. Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders almost beat the Chiefs. Another team like the Panthers coming out of the basement, looking like a whole new football team out of nowhere. I'm a little afraid to bet any spreads. I do like points here, though. I think 46.5 is doable. I think Baker and the Bucks can easily put up 24 to 30 of their own. I don't think that the Raiders are shy either. They've been, I mean, with Brock Bowers getting 100 yards easy every week, I think they can easily get, 14 to maybe 17 points. I do like Mike Evans plus 100 receiving yards in this game. I think that you've got 5 more games for him to try to hit 1,000 yards. He has 521, I think. Yeah. I think it's very doable to get 479 more yards.
You think he gets to 1,000 or 10
Yeah.
double-digit touchdowns first? Well, not first, but do you think he clears 10 touchdowns before he gets to 1,000?
What does he have now?
7.
No, I think he gets, 3 touchdowns in 5 games. He probably could. He's more of like an open field catching.
Exactly.
He's not the red zone guy. It's
No,
been
he's not.
Bucky.
He's the 27-yard strike across the middle or go route.
Yeah, it's been Kate Otten, Bucky. I mean, Rashad White.
Bucky has come on. He is my dark horse. I'm just looking at his stats for Tampa Bay Buccaneers that are pass heavy.
Yeah.
Brady, even before Tom Brady.
Well, it helps that Chris Godwin, went down and Mike Evans was
Mhm.
down.
Oh yeah,
most
the
of the season.
production. But it's nice to see a dominant passing team like them be
Yeah.
able to flip the script and say, "Hey, we can rush the ball too."
Yep.
Not a lot of teams can do that. They're one-centric offense.
Yeah. So give me the over 46.5, and I want prop of the week, Mike Evans plus 100 receiving yards.
My prop of the week is Bucky Irving, Oklahoma Ducks, Tutty, continuing to roll. And what is there? I'm not going to touch the spread. I do like the over though. So last time these guys played was in 2020. It was a bloodbath, 45-20. So Tampa Bay put up 45 on them
With Tom Brady.
with Tom Brady. Yeah, but Baker's not
Yeah.
as good.
Lad.
I like the Raiders here.
Oh, little L. Davis action.
Yeah, a lot of people are
Just saying
saying,
that? Are you just saying that so you can get Caesar points?
no, I'm not an undercover agent. Sort No, they're a good squad, man. They got some players on that team. They're gonna put some shit together. They're gonna get after these guys. Baker Mayfield might throw 3 interceptions.
Oh, Jameis.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
We'll get into Jameis.
Oh, yes, we will.
The next game, we've got Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Cleveland Browns. Pittsburgh is a 6.5-point favorite at home against the Browns. We just played the Steelers, but now we are playing in Pittsburgh. This is going to be the rematch of 2 weeks ago on Thursday night in the Snow Bowl.
They're going to be like the snowball in Cleveland? Question mark.
I do think that we're not going to win this game. I think we got pretty lucky last time. I think that the Steelers cash in their 10th win of the season.
So you're a George Pickens sympathizer.
No, I just
Huh?
don't trust us.
We're doomed to fail when we least expect it. That's what
Mhm.
yeah, it's pretty apparent. I don't know what their game plan is coming off of a short week in Mile High, then coming back to Cleveland for a couple of days to just go into Pittsburgh and try to muster up some points. Is this where we lay a goose egg and we score 4 field goals or 3 field goals and don't score an offensive touchdown?
If Hopkins can even make the field goal.
Exactly. Yeah, he shanked the first one.
Yeah.
And it's like, did we blow our load, so to speak, and score all of our points on Monday, and our Sunday hangover is a lackluster performance on offense, defense out there 85% of the time, and just get rolled.
I wish we would have been able to record last week so we could have all came to the conclusion that Judy over receiving yards was going to be the move, being that he's
Against his old team.
Yeah, that should have been the move. I mean, that was
I had him on my bench in one of my leagues. I was so pissed. I didn't need him, but
how many did he end up scoring? Like 40?
41 average.
That's crazy. If I'm gonna do anything in this game, I'm doing under 44 points.
Give me the Browns plus the 6.5 all day long here. You guys are crazy for not thinking the Browns are gonna fucking walk their ass down to fucking Pittsburgh and get after them.
Jameis Winston anytime interception.
It's 1,000. I don't give a shit. If we win this game and we sweep the Steelers, we don't have to win another game. I don't give a shit. But these Steelers are no good. They're washed. And a lot of people are saying that they might not win a game for the rest of the season.
It don't matter because guess what? They still have a winning record if they lose out.
Yep. Well, I just want to hear them all call for Thomas' head. So go Browns.
Yeah, Tomlin. Yeah, he sucks. He's a terrible coach. Yada yada yada.
Right.
Yep, Jameis Winston anytime interception.
That's an easy one.
Yep.
He's good for at least 1 to 2 a game.
Yeah, he's averaging about 2. So
All right, we got the Kirk Cousins revenge game, if you want to call it that. Minnesota Vikings are hosting the Falcons. Vikings open up as 6-point favorites. This is my dog of the week. I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to come in and beat the Vikings. Kirk is going to get a nice welcome home. I think he's going to play well in Minnesota and put a show on.
The Vikings found a way to win last week.
Found a way to win. That's the key word.
Yes, yes, found. Does their luck run out? And I think Captain Kirk. I think this is the week.
Yep.
You know what?
Last year they played each other. It was the opposite. Vikings won 31-28. I think it'll be the inverse. I think Vikings will score from a Young Hong Koo game-winning field goal.
It's going to be an absolute shootout. We're thinking.
Oh, it'll be a track meet. Yeah.
45-37. And guess what? Justin Jefferson might just go for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. And you guys will be laughing at me because this dude's going on a heater. Give me the Vikings all day long. Give me Justin Jefferson as my prop. I think you guys all know it. Pencil that shit in. Doesn't matter what it is.
I put it in permanent marker.
That's good. That's good.
It's good.
Great paint it. Take some of my blood and write on it with my blood. The blood oath.
The blood oath from the lad.
I'll die on that ship.
We'll see where that gets you at the end of the season.
Well, we'll be playing head to head.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the championship.
Yep.
Got the Miami Dolphins hosting the New York Jets. The Drunk Jets come into town as 6-point underdogs. Can Aaron Rodgers get a freaking win? Can he play for more than one quarter?
They're trying. It's abysmal to watch. Do you think
don't understand.
Do you think he does one more year?
Yeah. I mean, if the rumors are true, he's gone, but there's no way New York's letting him leave.
Mm-hmm.
They put too much on him being their quarterback.
Yeah. I just think the Dolphins are on the up and the Jets are in the tank. Both New York teams are in the tank, unfortunately. And Tua being back, I think, helps them. And they'll find a way to squeak out a win.
Yeah.
Even though they massacred them last year. It's different teams, different offensive sets.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, Dolphins kicked their ass 30-0. So if Aaron can't even put up a touchdown
In Miami.
in Miami,
But you also have to remember they're playing with, I think, Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys let you in on a little secret here. Each and every week I come on this show, podcast, whatever the fuck you want, get together, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I come out with some crazy shit, talking COVID-19 vaccines, Guardian caps, COVID fucking masks,
The last conspiracy theories.
all sorts of shit. And I got a new one here because when we start talking Aaron Rodgers, I flip over to my Netflix here, right? And I heard that he's got this fucking 3-part series coming out. And he's saving it for this 3-part series to come out. And he might just retire before the game. But he's not going to do that. Not going to do that. Because this 3-part series, he has to play good to get the ratings up. So he can get on national TV, get on, get on McAfee and talk on Tuesday and talk his, his documentary series up. And
I lost to Aaron, yeah.
Yeah, you got to go out there and advertise about it. What's the spread game?
You want some of that Manning money. It's hard to beat.
6 points.
6 points for who?
Dolphins.
Oh, give me the Jets all day long here. This is going to be my dog of the week. And they always come true. These crazy ideas, they always come true. I've talked about Christian McCaffrey. Should have been wearing a Guardian cap. Should have probably wore a COVID shield with a mask. And he probably would have been fine. But he didn't listen. And he got hurt. And now he's on the IR. And, we're going to have to advertise this show, Aaron. So you're going to have a crazy game, maybe 500 yards, and get after it.
I like it. Yeah, I think you're on the right track, lad.
Yeah, I'm always on to something.
I like it. Making sense. You're making all the sense.
Connecting
Connecting the dots.
W and Q to Y.
I'm all for it. All right. We got the Giants hosting the Saints. Saints are 4.5-point favorites on the road. Yep, this game's ugly. But I will say I think the Saints walk away here winning. 4.5-point spread looks pretty good. So I'll be taking.
What game is this again? Sorry.
Giants Saints. And Saints are favored.
God. I will not be watching this game in any fashion.
Nope.
See even if a prop that I like. Give me 2 seconds here.
You know what? Tony Cutlets and fucking whatever the hell his name is. He's gonna have a big game. He's gonna have a big game because this New Orleans crowd and their Cajun and all this shit. He don't fuck with that. No shot. He's saying we're bringing Cutlets down here. We're getting the mob. We're running these guys out of town here. Give me the G-man.
Okay.
I'd say Tracy over receiving yards or receptions, excuse me, for Tracy. That's the only prop I would touch on this. Over 2 or whatever it usually is. It's really low.
I'm for it. Okay, we got the Tennessee Titans hosting the Mac Jones Jaguars. Tennessee Titans are favored by 3.5 points. I do kind of like the Jaguars in this game on the road. I know the Titans defense has been pretty strong, but I don't know. Mac Jones looked pretty decent against the
He looked
Texans.
very decent versus the Texans.
And he looked good against the Vikings.
They almost won that game, by the way. It slipped through their fingers. You
Yes.
lost your cover because they came back.
I'm
And-
still pissed about it.
Oh yeah, I was watching, texting you, and I was like, oh shit. Like, he was so close. And then after that, I knew the wheels were gonna fall off. I go, somebody's definitely not gonna hit. Who was the other person to not hit? Was it the
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay? I was like, yeah. I was like,
5.5 points. So all they needed in overtime was a touchdown for 6. And Rashad White got knocked out at like the 2-yard line. Bullshit.
And you were lucky because Jacksonville Jaguars, they missed their second. So they went for their 2-point conversion first, which you're always supposed to do. They missed it. They had another shot to do it again, and they got it. And then I was like, oh, shit. Like,
pissed.
He didn't cover.
No. But yeah, give me the Jags plus 3.5 here. Or actually, no, just give me Jags money line.
Jags money line?
Yeah, Jags money line.
Are they in Nashville?
They're in Nashville.
All right. Last time these guys played was garbage time. It was January 24, 28-20 Titans. Defense is still number 2 versus 31. Do you think it's going to go over 39.5 or under?
It very well could go over. I think that's a very handsome line. I think over 39.
Very intriguing. It's in that 30s. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I think over 39.5 is pretty nice. I'll take that.
I'll take that. I'd go with the over 39.5. So.
The lad just stepped out. I'm not sure what happened there, so we'll just keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Arizona Cardinals hosting the Seattle Seahawks. There is a 3-point spread for the Cardinals as favorites. Honestly, the Cardinals have not been making a lot of noise for me, so I don't know if I trust them. But the Seahawks are another team I don't trust either. But if I'm gonna bet on the Seahawks, I like betting them as the underdog. So go ahead and give me the Seahawks money line.
Yeah, Gino's just too streaky. He's like Jameis Winston.
Right.
He's got 13 TDs, 12 interceptions, but 3,200 yards. It doesn't make any sense.
Precisely.
I was gonna say, JSN anytime touchdown. He's always good for 1. Even if it's 4. What? I think he's due. We didn't have one last week.
Yeah. We got a couple more 4 o'clock games. We got the Rams hosting the Bills. This should be a shootout. That 49.5 looks pretty good. Bills are only favored by 3.5 points, so they are relying on the Rams to play pretty well in LA. I think the Bills cover that 3.5. I would say convincingly.
I'd buy a point or two. I'd do alternative spread at maybe 5.5.
Okay, that's not bad.
Just seeing how they beat them up a couple of years ago, two different teams, but they still had pretty much the same blocks and characters.
Yep.
It was 31-10. I think they easily cover that. I may even go up, maybe even another point to 6.5. But
Bills Rams 3.5 points towards the Bills, lad.
Bills 3.5 to the Rams.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They're getting 3.5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I thought you were meaning like their favorite. I said, what the fuck's going on here?
It's-
Who's hurt on the Bills? Why is it so close?
I think it's because they're just playing in LA. There's nobody hurt.
Yeah.
Cook's back. Cook's gonna fire. I think he's gonna get a touchdown.
This is a 4 o'clock game.
Yeah.
Or 4:30. Yep.
Man, love the Rams and I hate the Bills. So mentally, give me the Rams, but physically, give me the Bills.
Like it.
Yep, I like Cook anytime touchdown. I think Jay Allen over 2 touchdowns, passing or running from him.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for Shafir or
Shakir.
he was so good to the start, and he's just been declining. Like
Yeah.
he was averaging like 7 or 8 catches a game, and he's at 60 right now, which is pretty impressive for a little gap back like him. But production wise, it's like, okay, he's 60 for 639 or 629 and 2 touchdowns. It's like I can't trust that. So yep, give me Cook and Allen 1-1.
49ers hosting the Bears. 49ers are favorited by 4 points, and that's it.
This is not a good game.
I think this is a trap game. I think
Yep.
that this might be a good week to bet on the Bears.
I was just about to say that if anything was going to go right, you have McCaffrey, CMC going out for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas
And
has
Mason.
Yeah, and Mason. You have their 3rd or 4th string running back, which a lot of people picked up just in case, if he works in that offense, which he probably does. The people aren't wrong usually. If the guys are practicing, you can see what they kind of do. But yeah, this is definitely a trap game. 65% of Vegas on the 49ers.
Yep.
I don't like that at all. When it creeps up to the 60 to 70 region, that's trap game. And last time these guys played, the Bears definitely different team, 49ers definitely different team. Bears won 19-10. So I think this is the trap game. I think Chicago squeaks out a win here.
Yep.
What app are you on? You on Action?
DraftKings. Well, I am.
Oh,
I have DraftKings FanDuel up all the time.
oh, those assholes! But that's all skewed. They're trying to fuck you there. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're fucking skewing those numbers 100%. They want you to bet on the Bears or the Niners. They're fucking you. I'm
That's
telling
what I
you.
mean.
They're
The
fucking
Vegas wants you to.
Trap game.
No, I'm telling you, they're fucked. They're
Yep.
fucked. All right, keep moving.
Yep. Sunday Night Football. We got the Chiefs hosting the Chargers. I'm just gonna say it, Chiefs all day.
What can stop them at this point?
I would like to see the Chargers stop them. I think that they were close to losing last week.
I know. Was that the catalyst? Was that the domino to fall? Be like, hey, they're not as good as everyone says they are. Is it just?
Possibly.
Is it just the refs or whatever? This is another one. 66 to 34%. That's where you kind of get a little iffy. Arrowhead's such a tough place to play, though.
We're gonna have to take a quick timeout. I'll have to send a new link. We're running out of time on this link because I don't have VP's professional link.
No.
So just give me a second here. I'll send you guys the new copy.
All right.
See though, big lights. Sunday Night Football. I still think Chiefs walk away winning, but they have not covered. They've not covered the spread the last couple of weeks. You think they cover 4 points?
We cover a spread in the last couple weeks. They haven't covered the spread at all.
Yeah.
They're 4-7 against the spread, haven't covered in 5 straight games. They're going to win this game outright, and they're going to lose against the spread. Happens every week.
True words have never been spoken.
Anything else in this game?
No.
Good. And moving to the Homer Simpson game, we do have the Dallas Cowboys on Monday night. Monday Night Football. The Cowboys hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. I think we got a nice spread here. It's Bengals 5.5 points, favored on the road in Dallas in Jerry World. I think the Bengals come off their loss against the Steelers, playing a not so good Cowboys team, and I think they win on the road.
I sure hope so. They scored 30 plus points, the most of any other team that have lost this year. So if it's a team to do it against, you do it at Jerry World. Excuse me. You do it against Jerry. You
Well,
do
the
it against.
Steelers are much better than the Cowboys, so
Oh, by far. Yeah.
I would hope that they're able to pull this off.
Yeah. Joe Burrow shouldn't have any problem throwing to his main guys. Higgins is getting more involved. Chase is Mr. Reliable. Moss is
Yep.
picking it up. Brown, that's a nice little 1-2 punch. Even their tight end is getting some flashes. I saw against the Steelers. I was like, do I really have to watch this? And then I was like, oh, I'll watch it. And Joe Burrow, aka Batman, buying the tumbler.
Yeah, $3 million.
Can't have it for a year though. Did you see
And
that?
it's not even street legal.
It's not even street legal. Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a waste of money to me.
What do you buy,
Yeah, but
Vic?
when you're a multi-millionaire, Vic, you could do whatever you want, you know. From Crown Point, the Gotham penthouse.
I love it.
Bungles all day long here, gentlemen.
Bungles, baby. All in conjunction.
They go for
Unbelievable.
400. Joe Burrow.
Do you think they cover this 5.5 spread and buy a couple of points, or just keep it there?
I think you'd be good 6.5.
I like that as well. I was going to go to 6.5.
Keep it at the 5.5. They'll probably win by 6, and you guys will get fucked.
I got fucked hard last week, so
Yeah. Did you see what my picks were, by the way? No one wanted to mention that I just pulled the trigger and I just did all Turkey Day fucking things.
yeah,
I
you're
saw that. I saw that because I looked on Sunday. I was like, "What's Corgy doing today?" And I was like, "Oh, he's already 0-3. Okay."
well.
I'm already done.
I fucked up because I was gonna do all reliable. I was
Uh-huh.
gonna do Fairbairn field goals, but the line wasn't up, and
No.
I just have a. I know it doesn't matter like for us, but like if I was to say Fairbairn over field goals made, like I would feel bad if it was 2.5, and I wouldn't have wanted to do 2.5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I tried to be fair, and I picked one that was already up, and the only line that was up was the Packers Dolphins game.
Last week was funky with lines. They waited
Yeah.
until the last minute, and then I
Yeah.
was like, fuck it. The Thursday games were all up. I go, why wait, you know? And
Yeah, that's
shot
fair.
myself in the foot. So
It'll be
that's what
different.
That's
It'll be
what I did
different.
for my dog and my favorite, but my prop is always the same. So I was
Mhm.
on the same page as you, Cord.
Yep.
A lot of people are saying that's why we're at the bottom of the leaderboard.
yeah.
Just constantly being fuck sticks.
Yeah. You think something's a sure winner and it fucking isn't.
I really thought that the fucking Buccaneers were gonna
gambling.
cover.
Oh yeah.
I was nervous about the Texans because of how they played against the Titans, but I thought for sure the Buccaneers would cover. And
No, not even that. Fucking Detroit.
well,
They were winning that whole fucking game in the last 7 minutes.
turns
Touchdown, field goal. And it's like you just eroded the whole fucking game.
so I avoided the Lions game because, and this is another reason I wish we could have recorded last week.
Yeah.
I avoided the Lions because of what happened on Thanksgiving last year.
Yes.
They played the Packers and got their asses kicked when they should not have.
Correct.
So again, Thursday night this week, you might be right, Jason, about the Packers being the real deal because I mean they got the Lions number.
They do.
I saw something that was like the past 7 double-digit favorites on Thanksgiving have all covered, and I was like, oh, that's automatic.
If I was the NFL and I could go back, obviously they can't flex the games, but I was thinking, oh, what if the Browns were playing the Broncos this week? Would that be the Thursday night game? They flex the, obviously you can't say because it was last week, but Green Bay, Detroit, Sunday night,
Yeah.
and that's what I was kind of thinking. It's like, oh, but fuck, even if Pittsburgh and Cleveland were a little bit more fucking competitive, aka Cleveland, you could have flexed that to the Sunday night game, and fuck Dallas and Cincinnati. Get them
Right.
out of there. Switch them to the 1 p.m. slot, which they should be at.
Well, they moved the Browns Bengals game in a couple weeks or
I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was Sunday night, and they moved it to 1 o'clock.
that's what I'm saying. If the Browns were just fucking smart and winning some games.
Yeah, I do like seeing Jameis play prime time, so
Oh yeah.
I would have liked to have played in Cincinnati on prime time, but
My dad was saying there's only certain teams that have played Thursday night, a Sunday night, and a Monday night back concurrently. It's like I think it's only happened like once.
Hmm.
Or it hasn't happened. He goes, but the Browns were set up to do something like that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that'd be in the same season. That's disgusting. And 3 straight weeks.
yeah, that
Like,
would have been cool.
I could see you playing a Thursday night, a Sunday night, and a Monday night, but if you play them concurrently, that's pretty fucking sick. Even if
Mhm.
the games weren't all at home, you know.
Either way, yeah.
Roger Goodell's lining his pockets, Vic. Don't you worry.
Well, week 14, that's a wrap. We'll get our picks in, get those posted for everybody to tail us. The race is tight. Hopefully, Brandon can quickly get this out so everybody can watch, and we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, we're all profitable this weekend.
Yeah.
If not, we know what number to call. You call 1-800-GAMBLER. Don't be a degenerate. Have fun this weekend. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bless.
Peace.